Hey Quad Bros, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you guys are here for another video talking about Enlisted. Today, the topic's going to be Enlisted Events. Now, events have been kind of a little bit of a hot button issue in the recent weeks because of the most recent event Specialists received. Now, events in Enlisted have generally been fairly favorable for players, at least compared to a lot of games out there. There's really not a ton of grind to them. There's not a lot of requirements, and you get pretty good rewards, to be completely honest. A lot of, kind of economic rewards in silver and bronze orders, lots of boosters, and on top of all of that, you often get unique squads and vehicles to boot. So I think that the rewards for these events are, generally speaking, very good, but Specialist Receive was a little bit of a mistake, but I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves there. Let's talk about what I think is the best example of a fantastic event in Enlisted's recent history, which was the New Year's Breakthrough Operation. In this event, we had two unique squads, the Australian Austin squad, I believe it was, for the Pacific Allies, and the Pacific Riflemen, or Axis Pacific Riflemen squad, I should say. These are both unique squads that were interesting, fairly powerful, not game-breaking, but still pretty good. Now, in my opinion, the best thing about this squad, or this event, was the fact that you didn't have to grind out any tasks. You didn't have to get 6 kills with an AT gun, or take out 4 tanks with a bazooka, or kill 14 enemies on the second Tuesday of the month using a butter knife or something like that, right? I don't like it when we have to do these specific tasks. I would rather the player have the freedom to play the game how they choose to play the game, and play how they feel they are most effective, which is exactly how this event was. You simply had to get 2,500 battle points, and you would get a set of free rewards. Then, after a set amount of battle points, at intervals 62,000 and 125,000 total earned points, you would unlock the squad orders to unlock those aforementioned unique squads, which I just think's a great system. You had, I think, 11 days to finish it, which is about 10,000 points per day if you played every day, or you could just grind out the whole event in a weekend or something like that if you had the time, which again I just think is a better way of handling it all. But then we kind of get into the reinforcements received heavy weapons, where we had to get 10,000 battle points every day for 22 days to get every single reward. But even this was a little bit better than our current system, because 10,000 is not an unreasonable amount of XP. It's a little on the high side for, I think, some players out there, but not unreasonable. And on top of all that, 15 days, and you get the main reward, which is a Chiha Kai. And after 7 days, you get the Basil LMG, which is a cool little gun. And again, I don't think that this is unreasonable. I think that you can skip, an entire week of the event and still get the main reward. And I think that that's kind of a nice little buffer zone, as opposed to a lot of events in games where to get the quote-unquote best reward, you have to play every single day. You have to complete every single task in a certain way every single day for a month or something like that, which I just think is such a poor way of handling events. I liked how this event just lets you earn battle score and continue on, but I don't like that it time gated you to a single day to unlock each stage of the event. And then we get to Specialists Received, the current event, which is basically just heavy weapons, but worse. I think a big part of the feedback that they got for heavy weapons was that completing all 22 days of the battle pass only got you a couple weapon orders, which is not really a fair investment, right? A fair reward for your time investment. Spending 22 days playing every single day and getting 10,000 score every day and just getting some weapon orders kind of feels bad, because weapon orders aren't that valuable. So I think Darkflow sat down and they said, okay, let's give them better rewards, and they threw a gold weapon order at the end of Specialists Received. The problem with that is that now people want to complete the entire thing, and there's no buffer, right? There's no kind of buffer for the average player, because the average player thinks that the gold weapon order, fairly so, is the ultimate reward. It's the final reward, and they want to get it. So now Darkflow has this problem where they have increased the amount of time and effort that goes into the event, but also increased the amount of people that want to finish the entire event, which is just a recipe for disaster. It's going to mean that there's going to be more players who want more of the event and aren't going to be able to get it because of time constraints. I think Darkflow doesn't expect players to finish the entire event, at least not the majority of players. And that's why they typically don't put very good rewards at the end. But this time they did. So more players want more rewards. And again, you guys can see what I'm hopefully explaining there. So I think going forward, it's best to just handle the event and not time lock stuff. Not everyone is going to be able to play every single day, and missing a reward because you missed simply one day and weren't able to play because you have, you know, a life and you can't do things every single day and play a game every single day, and certainly not earn 15,000 in-game score every single day. I think the time locking things is just a not great idea, and hopefully Darkflow has recognized that, and we can go back to the New Year's breakthrough operation system, which again, in my opinion, is the way to handle things. Or at the very minimum, if we want to do these time locking events, give us more than just one day to complete things. Maybe you know, 3 days to complete time, and make it like 3 days to do 20,000, you know, battle score. So then, you know, I think that's a little bit more reasonable, and I think a lot of players are going to be able to finish that. So, but that's it, guys. Those are my thoughts on events. Let's start a discussion. Hopefully the devs can see this and get some good feedback and send it up the chain, and we can get some changes going on. Or at the least, we all know kind of how everyone's stance is on events. So leave a comment down below, guys. Leave a like and subscribe while you're down there. I'd appreciate it. But without anything else, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.